Welcome back, everyone. In light of National Disabilities Day coming this weekend on Saturday, we wanted to just look ahead to it and look back actually on the history of the American Disabilities Act. In studio, we have Julie Shaw, the Executive Director of the Superior Alliance of Independent Living. So, Julie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you doing this morning?
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, like I said, I wanted to touch on this because it's a very important day. You know, the act was signed back in 1990, 1990. Yes. I was right. Yep, 1990. So, how have you seen this law that was passed way back when, you know, impact people today?
Well, this is the 35th anniversary, and we have seen a lot of forward movement. And we are very excited about that. Things that are made more accessible, more for individuals in public places, transportation, even employment. And we are seeing great forward movement. We want to keep it going for the next 35 years. So this comes off of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 also. And has the same premises of that to keep forward moving, keep individuals inclusive in their communities, and making things more accessible for all.
How has SAIL, the Superior Alliance for Independent Living, been able to carry forward that mission? And in what ways have you been able to make Marquette more accessible?
Oh, we've done a great job of that. We've worked closely with Travel Marquette through a grant from Pure Michigan. And with that grant, we've been able to go into all of the businesses, well, that so far that we've been able to, which is a couple hundred, to review them for a 4-point review to see what businesses are accessible and which ones are not. We only put the ones in the guide that are. So Travel Marquette has a virtual online guide which does a 360 review of the businesses so individuals can plan and see what is available in those businesses, but also a paper guide so people can review and see what places they would like to visit. It reviews things like parking spots, restrooms, are they accessible once they get in there, spaces to move around once you're in the building. And so it's a great guide for people who are traveling with physical disabilities to be able to plan where they can go.
That does sound like a great resource for people with mobility issues. But it also sounds like a great tool for people without mobility issues to look at the discrepancies of places that, as a fully able-bodied woman, places that I can go that my peers cannot, because sometimes I have such easy access to places I don't even realize that I have easy access. So I think when talking about National Disability Day, it's kind of important to make that recognition, because Marquette is a great place. There are some improvements, but there still are places that you wouldn't be able to get into without maybe somebody opening the door for you. Correct. Or somebody helping you up a stair.
And if you think about this, as we age, at some point, all of us are going to face some of those barriers. So it's wonderful for all ages and all abilities to know, like you said.
Yeah.
How has, well, since the 35th anniversary of the ADA was passed, how is SAIL going to celebrate this occasion?
Well, we already did. We had our big celebration last week, Thursday, at Burns Landing in Big Bay, which is a fully accessible beachfront. So they have a fully accessible walkway to the beachfront with a beach mat that goes all the way to the water. And so we had our big celebration up there. It was wonderful, and along the path we had our staff with different parts of the act and explaining how we came to be where we are today. So it was educational, it was a luncheon, it was a beautiful venue. I highly recommend visiting.
Lovely. Well, we'll have to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how you guys as the community can be involved in SAIL with the ADA Act. So stay with us. We'll be back.